Scientific writing is very different from normal English writing, like you have learned in your day-to-day classes or when you've taken your English courses here on campus, which is why you need to take a new scientific writing course. This is something that most scientists tend to figure out by being thrown into the fire. You send in a publication, or you write your dissertation or your thesis for your master's or your PhD, and you just get it ripped apart because there's all these little things that are very different with scientific writing than there are with normal English writing and all that sort of jazz. And it's stuff that you just sort of have to muddle your way through and figure out unless you get to take a class. So I have designed this class in order to help you overcome those annoying little things in 15 weeks instead of take 4 or 5 years to figure it all out and get yelled at by various people. So the way that I've designed this course is I am going to walk you through the parts of a scientific paper, starting at the very beginning, going through the title, the abstract, the intro, materials and methods, results, discussion. We'll talk about the authors, who deserves to be an author, what acknowledgements are, how you know what to write, all that sort of stuff. And we'll go week by week, and you'll do probably one writing assignment on average a week. There's 1 or 2 weeks where you don't have any new assignments and 1 or 2 weeks where you have a little more in-depth assignments. And then by the end of this semester, you will have a fully formed scientific paper that you're going to submit for possible publication. Now, the way I'm organizing this is around a student-run journal. So if you've been in one of my classes before, you have, and you've done a project, you've likely heard about Instars. This is the Journal of Student Research that is run by the Department of Entomology here at Texas A&M. So this journal is designed to take in papers by students that maybe other journals won't necessarily consider because maybe they have a single replicate or there's negative results or things like that that most other journals don't necessarily want to publish. I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to learn how the publication world works, how a journal, especially an electronic journal, works, because that's sort of where the publication realm is going right now, is everything's going to be electronic. And those of you who are going on to publish a little bit more, either through grad school or in industry or wherever you're going, this is what you're going to have to be able to do for the rest of your career. So let's do a really quick introduction into the journal, and then we'll go into the format of the class. Shall we? All right, so this is the journal that you will be using this semester. You can find it by clicking on this little icon found on the front page of Canvas. This is just our little masthead for the journal. And it is called Instars, a Journal of Student Research. So when you go to this website, let me log out real quick. When you go to this website, this is what you're going to see. So if you see this front page, it's just going to be a little bit about the journal. It is curated and edited and peer-reviewed by you this semester. So by the end of the semester, we'll be publishing this journal for the world to enjoy. Now, this journal is listed in a whole bunch of databases throughout different universities throughout the world. It's listed in Google Scholar. So anything that gets published here becomes a peer-reviewed primary resource. So you, as the editors and peer reviewers this semester, your job is to make sure that any papers that get published are actually sound scientific papers, they don't have any mistakes, editorial or otherwise, and they look good. So here's the journal, first and foremost. You can see the current publication here. It's a fully online journal, so there's no print publication. It's all online. This is what was done this last time. We've got papers in entomology and forensics. Sometimes we see some students submitting letters to the editor, that sort of thing. So it's really up to you what you want to see published in this journal this semester for the 2021 version. So if you go through these things, you can click on the title and you can get the abstract, you can get the author biography, get the references, things of that nature, and then you can download the actual paper. You will get used to doing this sort of thing by looking at these papers and seeing the format. So you're going to be spending a lot of time on this website. Now, you click here on these different papers, you will see something a little unusual that you don't necessarily see in other journals. What I've done here is I'm having you guys not only edit the papers, but you are going to put your name on this paper front and center. It's going to say edited by whatever your name is. So that way you get credit for this editorial version of this paper. So any mistakes that are made, any things that you miss on this paper, it's going to be right there. Everybody know who edited it. So that's kind of a neat thing. All right. Now, in order to facilitate your peer reviews every week and all the different things you're going to have to do with these papers, I'm going to have you register with Instars right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to this website, just click on the Instars link from Canvas, click on register here, and you're going to fill out your information. So use your given name and your last name that's actually on your on the roster that I have, because I'm going to be using this to assign you peer reviews every week. I'm going to be using this to input your grades and see what you're doing. So you get used to this. So use your full name. The affiliation is going to be Texas A&M University. It's going to be United States. Use your Texas A&M email here. And then you can come up with whatever username and password you wish. Then you've just, got to agree to do all these sorts of things. And then you're going to register. Now, once you've registered, you will await verification here. It'll come to your inbox. So then you're going to go and double check your spam folder, make sure that you can see it there. And then you're going to click the link and follow the instructions in that email. So once you receive the email, it's going to look something like this. So this is my fake person. Click on that validation link and it'll allow you to log in. So it's basically validating your account. Then you're going to log in and create your account's profile, your account setup. So this is what you should see right away when you create this account. So your very first assignment is actually going to be creating your account, and it'll show you anything that you'll be assigned as peer review for the next semester, for each week as you do peer review. So this is where you're going to be doing your peer review tasks every single week. So once we go through the syllabus and that sort of thing, I will show you what that looks like and how to get to that. So this is your very first assignment this semester, is to set up your profile. You can go into here, view your profile, put your name, how do you prefer to be addressed, that sort of thing. Basic contact. Again, make sure to use your Texas A&M email address here. And add yourself as a reader, an author, and a reviewer. So you'll need all three of those things. And then you can put a profile image if you wish. This is stuff that people can see if they click on your name in our journal. So since this goes worldwide, put up a professional-ish, at least, profile image. You can change your password here, and then you can decide if you want notifications. I would highly recommend that you actually get notifications for when I assign you reviewers or papers to review and that sort of thing. So that way you know when they're in your inbox and when you're ready to go. So keep that in mind, and then you don't need to worry about the API key. So make sure you do that. So this is basically what you're going to be doing every single week. Now, there are a couple of other things that you can get access to. So if you either hover over this about this journal or click over here, this for authors, this will give you access to the author guidelines. I also have these uploaded on Canvas for you, but in case you lose them or whatever else, these author guidelines are exactly how each and every page should be formatted. So we'll go over that in, I think it's next week's lessons. But you'll be able to see exactly how to do that. So that's there. If you want to look at the readers, there's registering and privacy things. And then if you just want to know a little bit more about the open journal system, there it is. So I would highly recommend taking a little bit of time and getting to know this journal, and then we'll be able to move on with this semester. All right, so that's the basics. That's the intro to Instars, this journal that you're going to be using for the rest of the semester. Go and get used to it. See what we've published in the past. You can see previous issues down here, so you can see them year by year and get an idea of what we're going to be putting out. All right, let me know if you have any questions.